Bishop, over to you, sir. Are you going to negotiate?
Well, good evening, and good evening to all your other guests and your viewers and listeners. The issue is, number one, you do not negotiate an election result. You declare an election result. And we are at a stage where we have an election that is not complete. Nowhere in the world, under any circumstance, in any democracy, do you negotiate the results of an election. What the people of Guyana want is a declaration of the results of the elections. Secondly, it would appear that the PNC-led APNU+AFC have mastered the art of thinking privately and acting publicly. They have learned how to say all the right things. But when you check the fruit of the tree, it's a poison olive. The last statement by Harman, and then the conversations by Ramjatan, and then Moses' article is tantamount to political blackmail. If you want stability, then you got to come to the table and talk to us. And I said earlier, you don't negotiate an election result. The PPPC believes in negotiations, believes in dialogue, believes in the night of the 21st of December 2018, when we won the no confidence vote. The first thing that Dr. Jagdeo did as leader of the opposition was to go over to Joseph Harman and said, we need to talk. If you go back to his speech on the floor that night, after all the hurrah and the baloo, that was about this offers an opportunity for us to talk and for us to be able to move Guyana forward. When the Granger come to the table in the name of wanting to talk and discussions, when they had already filed their court cases, when they had already started their propaganda war about 34 and Charandas and fraud and all the rest of it. So when you got to the table, hear what he's going to say at the discussion time. Well, we have to give the courts an opportunity to rule. I was in the room with Dr. Jagdeo, so I can tell you his demeanor and actual words. He was actually saying, well, we are prepared to follow the rules. And here it is, we have a citizen who is challenging what has taken place, and we have to wait for that. So they have learned to think privately and act publicly. We will not succumb to political blackmail. And let me put it on the record, at all material times, whether it is with the APNU+AFC, the other small parties, civil society, including the labor movement, religious organizations, and other NGOs, the PPP in or out of government, we are committed to dialogue, engagement of stakeholders, and discussions that will chart the way forward for Guyana. And that's our position.